Hi everyone, I'm back with another video from the Season 29 PTR in Diablo 3. This time I want to talk about the Crusader. They have seen a significant item change. The Vigilante belt is now a Fist of the Heavens power that automatically casts your Fist of the Heavens while you're on the Steed charge. So you can see this in action here, and this makes it a superb farming build. This is very similar to what we played in Season 27 with the Sanctified Powers, and now they brought it back. So I tried it out, and as you can see here, I'm cruising through those greater rifts. Everything is dying just passively, basically, as you're running. This is like easier than Gold Demon Hunter, basically. And it's going to be like one of the fastest farming builds in the game now, if you optimize basically all around movement speed. And this is exactly what I've done here. You can do those rifts in like less than a minute, and maybe up to 1.5 minutes or so on a bad run. And this is definitely rivaling some of the fastest builds out there. Not only that, but in general the build is just superb at doing any kind of like farming activities. So you can do the greater rifts, you can do bounties really fast, you can do normal rifts, echoing nightmares. It does it all basically, and I think this is what most people playing a Crusader next season will be looking forward to. So I will have a full guide for this, but essentially it's just like this automatic Fist of the Heavens spam that happens while you're on the horse, and in fact you're actually quite disincentivized to ever go off your horse. So this means you're always fast, you're basically just running around, everything dies next to you. I've also tried out the build in a pushing scenario, so you can see this here. I went a little bit higher greater rifts, and effectively it feels very much like a bombardment build where you try to set up everything for the big nuke on the convention cycle, and then you go on your horse and the lightning strikes down and stuff starts melting while you're standing in the Oculus ring. It's a quite passive playstyle, so while it works really well and it's really fun in farming, I don't really enjoy it very much in pushing, but this is what it is. Because you deal more damage while on the horse than down, I always want to like try to optimize around being on the horse and doing basically nothing. Which makes this a pretty awkward playstyle in my opinion in terms of pushing. But on the other hand, it's also not as good as Heaven's Fury. Heaven's Fury is still a better build for the Veiler set, and that will probably be used primarily for solo pushing, so it doesn't really beat that, I think. There is a second change for the Crusaders. The Blessed Shield or Captain America build is making a comeback. I'm going to be trying that out soon, but for now it definitely looks like this is a big win for the Crusaders here. This is really something they needed, I think, where Crusaders were just not really as good as other classes in speed farming, and with this build it's a breeze. So you just go into those great rifts, you blast through them, and you see here there's a GR90. This is actually kind of like the main target like for the season with the Paragon Cap in place. In case you're not aware, you can only spend up to 800 Paragon points, and 800 can be found very, very quickly. So that it's all about gearing up as fast as possible in these like 1 minute GR90 runs. So this is exactly where this build excels, and I think Crusader is going to have a really good time with this. My feedback for the devs here would be that I think it would be more interesting if there was also a bit of a reason to self-cast Fist of the Heavens, so that maybe you go on the horse and then there's like maybe a timer, for example, where you have these automatic Fist of the Heavens for a little while, but you can also cast them yourself at the same time to maybe improve your damage or so. I think especially when it comes to like higher tiers where stuff slows down a little bit and you don't only want to rush forward with the horse, it feels very clunky to play, honestly. But at least here it has its niche, and even without changes, I think it's going to be superb, at least for farming. I will have an updated planner and guide for you guys for this build soon enough, so stay tuned for that. For now, I'm going to be testing more stuff on the PTR. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So, hope you enjoyed this one, and see you guys next time.